Thursday. We're going to get started on our backs today. So let's see, the only thing we need today, I think it'd be really helpful if you have blocks available. And I've kind of put one on either end of my mat just to be able to show you how to go a little bit deeper into your postures using your blocks. Okay. So anyway, if you don't have a block, maybe stack a couple books and use them as a block. And then we'll get started. So you're going to come onto your back and just take a moment to settle in. Okay, so once you're on your back, lift your chin up, lift your gaze. Start to sort of anchor down through the shoulder blades. Allow them to get as heavy as possible. Okay. Let everything be relaxed in the moment, and we'll take a long breath in through the nose, waking up the breath. Open your mouth, let the throat relax, and almost sighing out the breath. Another deep inhale. A full, complete exhale. Empty it out. We'll take a few more rounds of breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. As you continue to breathe, let's consider creating a rhythm of breath. Okay, and the inhales and the exhales aren't necessarily even, but we'll try to even them out as much as we can. The next time you inhale, bring your right leg towards your torso, give it a little compression, exhale to take it back to the mat. And we'll just go side to side like that. Inhale, creasing at the hip, compressing the leg in towards the heart. Exhale, foot returns to the mat. So just start to link your breath with your movements. You might be breathing a little quicker than I am, a little slower. Just let every inhale carry a leg in. Every exhale, return the leg to the earth. We'll just take a few more rounds here. Just feel your hip joint release as you press the leg in towards your torso. We'll do one more on each side, one more on the right, one more on the left. Still waking up the breath. Arriving into your practice. Bring both feet together, and on an inhale, you're going to gently sway the knees out like Supta Baddha Konasana, and exhale, bring the knees back together. So that's our next movement with breath. Inhale, gently sway the knees out. Exhale, back to center. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhaling, gently open. Exhale, returning to center. 2 more breaths like that. Inhaling out and exhaling in. 1 more time. Inhale, gently open. Exhale, gently close. Separate your feet again about hips width distance. Slide your heels towards your bum. We're going to do an active bridge. Inhale, curl your tailbone. Press strongly through both feet. Lift the hips. Exhale, roll down through your spine. First the middle of your spine and then the lower part. Okay, so that's how we'll breathe. Inhale, curl your tailbone. Press into the feet. Lift the hips up. Exhale, roll down sequentially through your spine. So we're using this as an opening more than anything else. Inhale, curl and lift. Exhale, roll down and open up the lower part of the spine. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, curl, lift the hips. Press the feet firmly down. Exhale, roll yourself down. We'll do that just 1 more time. Inhale, curling up. And exhale, rolling down. Gather both legs into the chest and then roll yourself up to seated. Let's spin around on hands and knees. Knees will be under hips, wrists will be under shoulders. Inhale, reach the right arm and the left leg in opposition. Exhale, bring them to the earth. Opposite side, left arm, right leg, reach. Exhale, bring them down. Just 1 more on each side. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, find length. Exhale, bring it back. Tuck your toes into the mat. Take a breath in. With your exhale, lift the knees so that the shins are hovering off the earth. We'll take a few breaths here. Shoulders slide away from the ears. Belly gathers so the ribs are soft. The tailbone is curled underneath you, and your gaze is slightly ahead of your mat. Take a breath in. With your exhale, release the knees. Take your right leg back and then your left one so that you're in a high plank position now. And again, just a few breaths, organizing, shoulders soft. Rotate the upper arms out. Gather the belly, your center. Reach back through your heels. Take one breath in here. And exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back, walking the feet in just a little bit. Let's walk it out together, alternating the heels down, keeping the knees a little bit soft here. And continue to work on that steady rhythm of breath. You can continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth if that feels good. Or you can start to breathe your Ujjayi breath. Lips sealed, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Root down your heels. Step your feet together. Inhale, send the right leg back first, lengthen it, and then lift it into a three-legged dog. Try to put as much weight into your left hand as you have into your right hand. So squaring the hips and shoulders down. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Gather the belly by lifting the leg up. Keep looking towards the front of your mat. Hold just for 3. Try to keep a long spine. 1 more count. Inhale, send the leg back and up. Exhale, right knee across to the left elbow for a small rotation. But keep looking forward. Last 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, send it up, three-legged dog. Exhale, return that right foot to the earth. Inhale, lengthen the left leg back. Sweep it up, three-legged dog. Giant breath in. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Find length. Find your center. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, send it back and up. Exhale, knee across to your right elbow. Rotate once more. Look forward. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, send it to the sky. Exhale, left foot to the earth. Separate your feet back to hips width distance apart and glide forward into high plank again. Walk your feet back just slightly. Take a breath in and exhale. Gently lower yourself all the way down to the earth. Go slowly, activating the belly, the arms, the legs, everything on the way down. Untuck your toes. Lengthen the arms out in front of you. And just tenting the fingertips, press the tops of your feet really firmly into the earth so legs are active. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders using the support of your fingertips. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, reach forward and lift your head, your neck, your shoulders. Exhale, roll down. This time, hands slide under shoulders. Inhale, lifting up into Bhujangasana, and we'll hold this baby cobra. Anchoring down through the ribs, elbows reaching behind you, legs still fully active, shoulders soft, shoulder blades coming together. Let's float both of the legs, but still keep lengthening behind you. Couple breaths here, still anchoring through your hands. And then let's gently float the hands just slightly off the earth, keeping your gaze ahead of your mat so your neck stays long. Just a couple breaths here, activating the back line of your body. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, soften everything. Inhale, come back to a tabletop position. Let's go through a few cows and cats here. With your next inhale, drop the belly, soften the elbows, lift your tail, open the heart. Exhale, round your spine, push away the earth, tuck your chin and your tailbone. Couple breaths. Inhaling, a little extension of the spine. Exhale, flexing. One more time, big breath in. Giant breath out. Come back to a neutral spine. Take a breath in. With your exhale, gently sit back into child's pose for a few breaths. Your big toes touch. Your legs can be wide or narrow, depending on what part of the body you want to open up and rest. Soften everything. The hands, the forearms, the upper arms, the shoulders. Make sure your third eye is resting. If it's not comfortable on the earth, stack your hands. Let everything become heavy for a few moments. Allow your eyes to close. And just feel yourself arrive into your practice this morning. If an intention sounds good to you this morning, go ahead and set an intention for your practice or for your day. And we'll begin the process of trying to quiet down the mind space. Trying to open up space through the physical body. So if there's any loud internal conversations, lots of thoughts swirling in that space behind your third eye, start to bring more of your awareness to your breath and possibly an intention, and feel yourself just very gently begin to detach and create that sense of presence for your practice this morning. Let's take one long breath in together, in through the nose. Empty it through the mouth. Gently rise back up into tabletop. From there, we'll take a breath in. Exhale, return to downward facing dog, and we'll breathe a couple breaths here, just integrating yourself, preparing for all the downward dogs ahead of you in practice. Make sure your head is hanging here. You're not adding any tension in any part of the body, but everything is strong and integrated. With your next inhale, lift the heels to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Walk to the front of your mat for a ragdoll forward fold before we begin. And I like to have my feet a little bit wider than hips with distance for the first one, so see what feels good. Rotate your feet also a little bit outward might help. Make sure you have a bend in your knees, and then shake out your head, allow it to hang down. Arms can be heavy, or you can take that classic bind. Hands on elbows, possibly a little bit of movement this morning. Continuing the focus on the breath. Place your opposite arm in front if you did take a bind. And then gently release the arms. Heel toe your feet together. Lead with the hips first and allow the head to hang down as you slowly roll up through the spine. So your head will be the last thing to come up. Once it does, shift your gaze forward. Feel length lifting from the crown. Inhale, sweep your arms above you, join your hands. Exhale, bring them right to heart center. Pausing just one more time briefly, making sure your rhythm of breath is where you need it to be. The mind is quiet and your intention is strong. Take a strong breath in through your nose. And open up your mouth, let it go. All right, let's begin sun salutations from here. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms high above you. Exhale, swan dive down to the earth. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga, high through low plank. Inhale, scoop into upward facing dog. Pause to open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, rolling over the toes. Take a long breath in through your nose. Let it empty through the mouth. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, jump or step to the front. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, hang your head as you fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, lifting from the heart. Exhale, diving all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, let it come through the nose. Let it come out through the mouth. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, knees bend, step or float forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift halfway. Exhale, hang your head, fold. Inhale to your chair pose. Flex at the ankles, the knees, the hips. Root down strongly through both feet. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Sweep your arms right alongside your ears. Let the arms settle into the shoulders a bit. Keep your gaze towards the front of your mat so the neck stays long. Allow the ribs to soften, the belly to come together, the tailbone to curl underneath you. Strong breath here as you sit a little deeper into Utkatasana. Take one more breath in and exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Make sure your feet are about hips width distance apart. Inhale, send the right leg back and up into your three-legged dog. Pausing for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, step that right foot through for warrior one. Feet are still hips width distance apart. Back left heel dials into the center. Right knee bent to about 90 degrees as you sweep the arms high above you. Okay. Notice how you feel through your center. If it's tricky to square your hips forward, walk your left foot out just a little bit, allowing yourself to have more room to move. A wider stance is always helpful here. Drop the tailbone, lift the crown of your head, look softly straight ahead of you. Find that drishti gaze. Notice if anything could use some softening, the space between your third eye, the expression, the jaw, the shoulders, the ribs. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands to the earth, chaturanga, flow through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale strongly, downward facing dog. Again, just send the left leg back and up first, three-legged dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Again, checking the distance between your feet is helpful here. Right heel dials in, left knee strongly bent. Sweep the arms up. Just take a moment to fine tune. Hopefully you feel both legs are working as equally as possible. Center is strong, heart is open, spine is long. Take one more breath in here. And exhale, flow through, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, take a strong, long inhale through your nose and empty it through the mouth. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthening. Exhale, deeply fold, the head becomes heavy. Inhale to your chair, just one strong breath in. Exhale, fold, returning Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway to lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, upward facing, pausing, heart opens. Exhale, downward facing. Step your right foot through. Inhale, warrior one, a deep breath in. Let the exhale carry you to the earth. Chaturanga, flowing through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Step your left foot through this time. Deep inhale, rising warrior one. Empty out the breath, returning to the earth. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow through. Inhale, upward facing. Deep exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, feel energized when you breathe in. And then empty. Feel a lighter load on the way out. Inhale, heels rise. Exhale, bend the knees, step or spring forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hang your head heavily, fold. One more breath in, Utkatasana, your chair. And empty out the breath as you fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga, send it down to the earth. Inhale, strongly upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Step your right foot through. Deep breath in, warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Empty the breath, Chaturanga Dandasana, high through low. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Step that left foot through for your warrior one, breath in. As you empty the breath, return to the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a full breath out. Another deep inhale through your nose and let it empty. From downward facing dog, we're going to step the right foot through for a low runner's lunge. Just like in your warrior one, check your feet. Make sure they're wide enough apart so that you feel balanced, that you don't feel wobbly. So about hips width distance or a little wider is great here. Lower your back left knee to the earth and untuck your toes. Sweep your arms high above you. We're going to bend a little deeper into that right knee so it's just over the toes. You should feel a nice opening in your left hip. Okay, and then from here we're going to release the hands, interlace them. If that's not available, you can always grab a towel or a strap. Reach the knuckles down to the earth. Open the heart as wide as you can, and then we're going to reach the arms away from the torso, lower the head down towards the earth, and reach the arms up and over. Very similar to a humble warrior, with a little bit more support because our left knee is down to the earth. Couple breaths here. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your bind and sweep your arms high above you. From here, we're going to come back to a low runner's lunge. So hands frame your front right foot. The back foot tucks into the mat and you lift. Root down through your left hand as you take a twist to your right side. Try to follow your right hand with your gaze. Try to stay really strong through your center without letting it dip down. Everything fully active here. Shoulders away from the ears. Try to bring your shoulder blades together and feel a strong reach back through your left heel. Just a couple breaths here. See if you can draw the belly in and rotate a little more deeply through your center for that last breath. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your hands to frame your front right foot. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge now. I always like to soften the back knee just a little bit here so I can drop my tail, open up the front left hip a bit more, and find that long, lengthened spine. From here, bring your hands together, guide them into the heart. We'll take another twist. Inhale, lengthen forward, hinging at your hips. Exhale, rotate over to that right side. And we're just trying to hook that left elbow on the outer right knee here. Again, staying strong through your center, pressing the hands or the knuckles together, or opening up your arms like wings. Try to gaze up at your right hand, Stay strong through your foundation. Couple more breaths. Find that deep rotation as you exhale. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release the hands to frame your right foot. We're going to take this into revolving half moon. I'm going to use my block. It's tracking right in front of my left leg. I'm going to lift the left foot off the earth, walk my hands forward so that my spine is long. Left hand to the earth or to the block, right hand to the sky. Trying to keep my hips square to the earth here, softening the shoulders. A little tuck of the chin towards your chest will help keep the neck safe and long. Just a couple more breaths here. Again, drawing the belly in as you rotate and exhale. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands come down for standing splits. Hips are square to the earth, shoulders square to the earth. Release your head. Keep reaching your left leg back and up. Take a breath in. Exhale back to crescent lunge from here. Landing your left foot, sweeping your arms high above you. From here, we'll take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Hands come down. Step back and flow through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long breath in. And then open up and empty up. Root down your heels, soften your shoulders. Take two more breaths that way. Inhaling deeply through the nose. Exhaling deeply through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in. And empty it, settle in. Let's step the left foot through. Again for a low runner's lunge. We're going to lower the right knee to the earth and untuck the toes. Sweep your arms above you. And again, bend a little deeper into the left knee. Let's try to track the knee over the toes to open up the front of the right hip this time. Release your hands for an interlace. Knuckles down to the earth, heart opens. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your head. Arms pull away from the torso. Wide, wide, wide heart opener here. Try to soften the shoulders a bit, shake out your head. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your bind and sweep your arms up. Release the hands to frame your front left foot. Untuck the toes of your back right foot. Low runner's lunge. Lift your center. Find strength. Root down your right hand as you send the left hand up to the sky for a twist. Again, reaching back through that right heel will really help keep your center strong here. Keep at least a 90-degree bend in that front left knee. Now let's work on softening the shoulders away from the ears, reaching the gaze up, and drawing the belly in so we can find a little more rotation. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale, release the hands to frame your front foot. Inhale, sweep up to crescent lunge. Soften the back knee just slightly. Drop your tailbone, gather your belly, shift your gaze forward. Bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, hinge at your hips, lean forward. Exhale, draw the belly in and twist to your left side this time. Checking your foundation first, make sure it feels strong and powerful, strong through your center, and then use that breath. Every single exhale is what's going to take us deeper into rotation. Try to shift your gaze up towards that left hand. Take one more breath in. exhale, release your hands to frame your front left foot. Inhale, rise back up to crescent lunge. And from here, we're going to take a breath in. Exhale, let's go slowly again. Frame your front left foot. As you lift the right leg up, walk your hands forward, lengthening your spine, preparing for revolving half moon. Land your right hand on your block or the earth and start rotating, lifting that left hand to the sky. Trying to follow it as much as you can with your gaze. Hips stay square to the earth, soften the shoulders. Really feel strong through your center here. Tuck the chin slightly. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands come down for standing splits. Dropping the head heavily, reaching that right leg back and then lifting it up. Just a couple breaths. Take one more breath in. Exhale, crescent lunge, landing. Land lightly with control, sweeping the arms up. We'll take one breath in, full breath out. This time, inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, flow through, chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long, really spacious breath in, open everything up. And as you exhale, draw it all back to center. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Heel toe your feet together. On an inhale, sweep your arms up, sitting into your chair pose once again. Just take a couple breaths to reorganize your chair. So again, we have those 3 flexion points. And the more evenly you can bend through those 3 points, the more you're distributing your weight. All right, you're not hanging into just one part of the body. Bring your hands together, guide them into the heart. We're taking another twist. Inhale, hinge forward slightly. Exhale, rotate to your left side. So oftentimes, one of the knees is going to want to poke out. Check your knees. Try to keep them as parallel as possible. Try to drop your seat and lift your heart here. It's a lot of work through the legs, but fire up the belly so you feel a strong center. Option to open up the arms here. Soft shoulders, shoulder blades coming together, gaze lifts. Take one more breath in. And with your exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. As you get to the top, inhale, sweep the arms above you. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to balance in Vrikshasana next, so let's bring the right foot into the left leg. It could go above or below the knee, or you can also kickstand it. And we begin with hands bound on Jali Mudra. If it feels good to reach the fingertips high and grow branches this morning, take any variation that suits you, and possibly take a small side bend to your right side. Coming back to center, release the hands to heart center, and we'll come into Tita Hasta Padangustasana. Bring your right knee forward, catch it with your hand, open up the left arm to the side, open up the right leg. Pausing here or taking the full extended pose, grabbing onto that big right toe and lengthening the right leg, trying to shift your gaze somewhere over your left hand. Bring your right knee back to center. And for dancer's pose, Natarajasana, you're going to reach back, catch the inside of that left foot. As you reach your arm forward, You're also reaching back through your right leg. So feel oppositional energy here, moving in two directions. Opening the heart wide. Strong through your breath. Take one more inhale. Exhale, rise up to standing, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time, inhale, sweep the arms up, sit back into your chair pose. Make sure your foundation posture of chair feels strong first. We'll bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, rotate to your right this time. Checking all those points. Strong foundation, knees parallel, belly draws in, shoulders are soft, heart is lifted up higher than your hips. Using every exhale to rotate just that tiny bit more, maybe opening up those arms, reaching the gaze towards the sky, slightly tucking the chin. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release your hands and fold. Roll yourself all the way up. Take a nice active stretch as you do. At the top, deep inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's prep for the other side of our tree pose. The left foot will come into the right leg this time. Binding your hands at your heart, Anjali Mudra, or taking any variation that suits you on this particular side this morning. Right, sometimes both sides are a little different. So staying really tuned in, very aware of the breath, of what the physical body might need this morning from practice. Let's come back to center, catch the left knee, extend the right arm out, open up. Whatever variation feels right. Take a few breaths to go in, finding that edge, but feeling strong, feeling centered and present. Bring that left knee back to center. And for Natarajasana, sweep the arms high, reach back, catch that left foot, and start to open up in two directions. Take one more breath in. Exhale, rise. Hands come to heart center. Let's vinyasa, flow through. Come to the very front of your mat. Walk all the way up. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, send it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a strong breath in through your nose. Empty it out through your mouth. Send your right leg back and up into your three-legged dog. Again, try to find even weight through both hands. Now bend your right knee, stack the hips on top of each other, or flip your dog all the way over, paralleling your feet, lifting your hips up, reaching the heart towards the sky first, and then everything reaches towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, left hand to the sky, Vashisthasana, side plank. Staggering or stacking your feet, or kickstanding your bottom leg. Option to reach that top arm over your head, Maybe lift that top leg just a little bit. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, send it down, flow through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose. Empty it through the mouth. Send your left leg back and up into your three-legged dog. Root down your hands, bend the left knee, peel open, stacking the hips, or flip it over one more time. And making sure your feet are parallel. Stand strong through both of them, lifting up first, and then reaching towards the front of your mat. Take one more breath in. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, right hand to the sky, side plank, Vashisthasana. Any variation that might suit you this morning. Strong breath. Take one more inhale. Exhale, flow through, chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Empty the breath all the way out. Glide forward into a high plank. All right, we're gonna do about 30 seconds of side stepping here. You can always lower your knees and do this with your knees down. Starting now, alternating, tapping the feet out to the side for just about 30 seconds. Stay strong through your plank, strong through your breath. Belly gathered, shoulders soft and away from the ears. We're about halfway. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees and take a child's pose. Slowly walk your hands towards your legs, roll yourself up, and then come onto your back. We'll do just a little bit more core work. If you have a block, grab your block. If you don't, that's okay. You can pretend that you have one in your hands. All right, so let's do this safely. Keep all of the attention on your spine, making sure that your spine feels neutral. You're not arching the low back too much. Okay, if that happens where you start to feel tension in your low spine, then you lessen the range of motion. Legs straight up, arms holding your block or imaginary block. Take a breath in, exhale, curled head, neck, and shoulders up. Big upper ab curl, okay? We're not gonna put the head down now. Catch the block with your feet, extend arms and legs. Here's the range of motion you need to check. Making sure your center stays strong, your belly is not popping up, your low back is not overly arching. Bring it back to center, catch it with your hands. 30 seconds here. Alternating, catching the block with your hands, catching the block with your feet. If it gets to be too much, you can support your head with your hands and just do leg lifts. We have about 15 seconds left here. Stay strong through your center. Ribs down, hips reaching towards the ribs, ribs reaching towards the hips. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend your knees, release your head. Hug the knees into the chest so that the tailbone curls up. And then maybe a little rocking side to side. All right, let's go into one more back bend. We warmed up a little bit for this. We're gonna go right into bridge pose. Have your feet be about hips width distance apart, your heels close to your bum. Anchor down your shoulders. Curl your tailbone up as you press strongly through your feet. Gaze is lifted, chin is lifted. Option to interlace your hands underneath you. or early morning might feel good to take a supported bridge, block under sacrum. See what feels right. Few breaths. We're going to take a few more breaths here. If you'd like, this is an opportune time to transition into your wheel if that's in your practice. If not, just keep focusing on the breath. Let the heart open as wide as possible in Setubandha Sarvangasana, your bridge. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. Take the longest breath in that you can. Then use the exhale to gently return you down to the earth. Let's first take a happy baby. You bend your knees, catch the outside of your feet. And again, you can rock a little bit side to side. Try to anchor down through your sacrum. It'll feel really nice. It'll open up the low spine again. Okay, always finding flexion after we've gone into extension. And then a couple breaths, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. Gently allow the knees to open. You can always stack something right underneath the outer thigh if you'd like some support here. Hands can rest on heart and belly. Or my favorite is little cactus arms, opening the heart. Few breaths. Let the shoulder blades become heavy. Feel that sense of surrender for the last couple of breaths, just re-softening everything. Two more breaths. Gently begin to bring your knees back together. Might feel nice to tuck them into the chest once more. And we'll move into hip opening next. If you have half pigeon in your practice, make your way to downward dog or maybe go through a whole vinyasa. We'll start on the right side first. I'm going to come into figure 4 stretch this morning. So I'll cross my right ankle over my left knee. I'm first going to stack my left foot on a block for some height. And then I'm going to flex my right foot so that I slack the whole front line of the leg. Starting there and then reaching through the legs, drawing them closer to the heart, opening up that right hip. I'm trying to anchor down my shoulder girdle and keep my chin and my gaze lifted. We'll stay for about 10 breaths. Let every exhale take you a little deeper in. Keep a strong awareness on the breath when we're in still postures here. Allow it to keep you centered and present. We'll take 2 more breaths on this side. Very gently come out of this first side. Take a little stretch if you need it. And then we'll move into the left side of our hip opener. So set it up slowly, organize it. And we'll take another 10 or so breaths on this left side. Just really notice too how different both sides of the body are. Typically we're more open on one side. We can balance better on one side. So the range of motion or even the posture might be completely different on the second side, right? Maybe you take a different pose. Stay very tuned in to yourself here. Take 3 more breaths. On your last exhale, gently come out of that left side of opening your hips. Take a little stretch and begin to prepare for your inversion. Okay, very simple waterfall. That's a good starting point. You can always bring a block under your sacrum. Shoulder stand, using the arms like levers to lift the hips. I think I'll practice Shirshasana today, headstand. So again, just notice what feels good this morning. Okay? What's going to energize you? What's a good way to begin the end of the practice? If you're in shoulder stand, you can begin your transition into plow by lifting the legs a little higher and waterfalling them up and over your head. Try to follow your feet with your eyes so that your chin stays lifted, your neck stays long. And try to feel like all the space that you've opened up is remaining open. There's no compression anywhere. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. Let's take 1 more breath in. As you exhale, gently begin to come out of your inversion. Continue your rhythm of breath. We're going to come onto our backs for a supine twist. So once you're on your back, first bend both knees, both feet onto the earth. We'll lengthen the left leg and draw the right knee in towards the chest. Take your left hand and use it to rotate that right knee to your left side, extending the right arm out. Stack your hips. Allow them to stack. Try to anchor down your shoulders. and look over your right shoulder if possible. An option here, you can lengthen your top right leg. Grab hold of that foot with your left hand. Go a little deeper into rotation. And then slowly, gently bring that right knee back to center. Place both feet down to the earth first. Recenter yourself. Then lengthen your left leg. Draw the left knee into the chest and gently begin to rotate it to the right side as your left arm extends. Hips begin to stack. Shoulder blades become heavy, gazing over your left shoulder. Possibly extending the top left leg. Bring that knee back to center. Grab hold of both legs, rock a little side to side, and then roll yourself up to seated. We're just going to take fish pose before we finish. Lengthen the legs. First, just slide your hands down your legs for a gentle forward fold. Release the head and then roll up through the spine, sitting tall. Hands at your low back, forearms to the earth. Lift the heart, release the head back. And then gently lift the chin towards the heart. Sequentially roll down through your spine, setting up your final resting pose. Take a strong breath in. Open up your mouth, release the breath, close your eyes. It's brief, but is a moment to just settle the nervous system and rest in stillness. Shavasana. Let's reignite the breath by taking a very long, very spacious inhale through the nose. Sip it in at the top and then sigh it out. Continue those spacious breaths as you gently roll over onto your side in fetal posture. Slight pause, bringing the awareness back to the breath, soaking in your practice, feeling all of the newly opened space. Letting this final fetal posture be significant of that opportunity to restart, reset, re-energize. We have that opportunity every time we step onto our mats of practice. Use the strength of your arms to rise up to a seated position. Sitting tall, continuing the steady rhythm of breath. Bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Let's take one more breath together, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. that shines within me honors that identical light within each and every one of you. Let's lift the hands right to our third eye centers, and we'll complete our practice this morning by bowing to each other. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, everyone.